All right, so what we're going to do is these are 10 words that are from the book The Road that we're reading right now. So I went through and picked out online 10 of the most commonly unknown words in the chapters that we've read so far. So there are 10 of them. We're going to start with 4 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you them, teach you about each of them, and so you don't have to do anything at first, okay?
All
right, so the first word is gorge, and that's the picture of a gorge. The definition is a narrow valley between hills or mountains, typically steep, rocky, with a stream running through it. The example of a sentence is, if he lost his balance, he would fall down into the gorge and the other campers couldn't help him. Have you seen a gorge before?
Yes, I have.
Do you know any examples?
Not that I know of.
Okay, but it looks familiar to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, they're, like, out in Colorado,
when I went mudding, there's things just like that.
Awesome.
Much.
Cool. All right, so that is a gorge. The next word is cauterized. So this, in the picture, this is actually Chow Yun-fat, who's an actor.
Yep, I know him.
And so right here, you see that he's got a wound, and they're taking the flame to burn it. It says,
it cauterizes it and cleans it so that he doesn't get sick.
Yep, so it says to burn the skin or flesh wound with a heated instrument or caustic substance, typically to stop bleeding or prevent infection, to cauterize a wound. So the thing is, when it says caustic substance, so did you ever see the movie Fight Club?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a scene in it where they pour lye onto the guy's hand, and the lye just like eats his hand.
Yeah.
That's the same idea. If he had a wound, you could also put like lye on it or something. That's what it means by a caustic substance, something that's going to burn it. So it's cauterize. The next word is gully. So you can see this is gorge, big huge thing. Gully, little version of it.
That's more like going in mud and stuff.
Exactly. You'd see this everywhere. So a water-worn ravine.
I actually got stuck in one of those the other day.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right, so an example is he had to walk around it because the gully was too deep. Or you drive through it if you're Nate.
Yeah. I had to get picked up by a tractor. I was in my truck, in my El Camino. I got stuck there. It was framed. They had to pick it up with a tractor. They're like, you're supposed to go around this, right? I was like, yeah, well, I wanted to go through it. All
right, so this word is deranged.
It's something like messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one messed up bunny.
That is one messed up rabbit. It's mad or insane is what deranged means. So you would have to be deranged to bring a gun into school. Deranged.
Is he cross-eyed?
He's nutty is what he is. Deranged. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to take these pictures off of here. And put them on the table. Give you the words. If you can put the word on top of each of the pictures.
That's one messed up rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. You did that really quickly. So, what does cauterized mean?
It's to like clean a wound.
How do you do it?
With heat.
Yep. Awesome. How about a gorge?
It's a big open place with like water through it, running through it.
Yep.
It's like usually like rocky and sandy.
Yep. Deranged?
Very psychotic.
Mm-hmm.
Like very messed up.
Yep. Gully?
Sort of like it's like a place you want to walk around, kind of. You don't want to go through it with a truck.
Yes, that's a good point. And what is it like? What does it look like?
It just looks like a big hole in the ground. And that's like, it looks like a canal, pretty much.
Yeah, that's
with no water running through it.
That sounds right. There could be water in the bottom, but usually there isn't.
It looks like it once was a river, a stream going down, and then just water disappeared.
Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so those are the first 4 words. So we will come back to those. but we're done with those for now. All right, now I'm going to explain 3 more. First word is peril, which means serious or immediate danger. Does that guy look like he's in serious or immediate danger?
That reminds me when I was barrel rolling down a hill in my truck. That would put me in serious danger.
And put you in serious peril. So it says his family was in peril after the car accident. So they were in serious danger. Next one is dregs. The remnants of liquid left in a container.
You know what you should do? Is take the pictures off and show me the words and then see if I can match a picture to it.
That we will. Definitely. That's a good idea, though. The remnants of liquid left in a container, together with any sediment or grounds. The dread of sludge left in the bottom of the bottle of wine or oil. So, do you remember when they go into the store in the road, and they find stuff. Yeah, they find dregs in the bottom of some old oil cans, and so they filter them and fill up a little bit of oil by pouring the dregs through. So this is the idea of dregs. So they usually have dregs in the bottle of wine. It's the stuff that settles at the bottom, and it can happen in oil too.
It can happen in everything pretty much.
Yeah, anything where it could separate, where things could separate. So that's dregs. And then the last word in this section is translucent. So permitting light to pass through, but diffusing it so that the person, objects, etc. on the other side are not clearly visible, like frosted glass. So you can see it translucent.
Or glass that's wet.
Yep, that would make a level of translucence. All right, so now you said you want to do it which way?
Next ones, we'll just take the pictures off the next ones, and you'll read the definitions, and I'll try to match the picture to it.
All right, that sounds good. All right, so on this one, oops, where did that drop? Oh, there it is. Translucent, dregs, peril.
I know this one goes up there. This one goes there. This one goes there.
Very nice. Okay, 3 more words. And you want me to just give you the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't look, so I don't know which way they go.
Okay. Here you go. All right, first I'm going to read them.
All right.
And then you can tell me after I read the 3 of them, I'll put them down and you tell me, okay?
All right.
When a fluid, usually blood, changes to a solid or semi-solid, blood coagulated around the edges of a wound. The word is...
That's like a scar, like a scab, pretty much.
Yeah, sort of like a scab. Something else that can coagulate is, say you left milk cooking on the stove too long, it can get kind of gloppy.
Yeah, just like when milk spoils, it does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So that is coagulate. The next one is macadam.
It's like a rock.
Macadam is a road surface made with dark materials that contain small broken stones. He looked down at the macadam and wondered if the stones beneath his feet came from the local quarry. So macadam is like the road itself. And they talk about that a lot in the road. They often say he looks down at the macadam, and it just means that broken up rock that makes up the pavement. And the last one is obsidian, a dark glass-like volcanic rock. Obsidian makes good arrowheads.
Yeah, it does. I know. I use it sometimes.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, my grandfather used to make used to make arrows for me all the time, and he used to carve them out of obsidian and all that stuff. He's wicked old. He's like 103. He's been doing it for years though. That's the thing. I learned how to do it from him.
Very cool. All right, so which ones go where?
I believe this one goes here.
Mm-hmm.
This one goes there.
Yep, perfect. Sounds like you have a pretty good knowledge of a lot of these things. Like, you may not necessarily have known the word, but once you get the description, you're like, oh yeah, I know what that is, you know. All right, so what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to go through the words all together. So I'm going to say it, and then I want you to say it. So, macadam.
Macadam.
Coagulate.
Coagulate.
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Dregs.
Dregs.
Peril.
Peril.
Translucent.
Translucent.
Gully.
Gully.
Oops, this one doesn't want to stick.
Deranged.
Deranged. Cauterized.
Cauterized. Gorge.
Nice. All right, so the one last thing we're going to do is I'm going to take all the pictures off, and we'll match all of the pictures. Now, would you rather have the words or would you rather have the pictures? Do you want to put the word on the picture or the picture on the word?
Picture on the word.
Okay, so I'll give you all the pictures.